everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You might notice we're doing things a little different right now, and this feels so strange, but to get straight to it, I turned my phone off because my mommy's messaging me. It has been, I don't know what it's like where you guys live, but where I live, it is unbearably hot, and my studio that I have my makeup room in is, I cannot record in there. I just can't do it. So I'm sitting in my front room. We are going back to the very beginning days of our channel where I sat on my front room couch. Anyways, this feels really weird because obviously I don't have a makeup desk or anything here, but we're gonna make do because I just cannot sit in that room. It is unbearable. I don't even have a proper chair. Okay, today we are trying out, we're going to drugstore for foundation because I have not done a drugstore foundation, ooh, they're glass, in a long time. So I have an entire box of Physicians Formula, which is the brand we're going with today. And I was going to do this one first, which is their Cushion Foundation. I can't tell you what the name of it is because the coupon sticker's on there, and as usual, you see coupon stickers on all my stuff. I always forget to take the coupons off, even though they're like $3 off coupons. Ugh. Anyways, so I was going to do that one, but this is their newest one. This is called the Healthy Foundation. So I think we're just going to give this one a try and see how this goes. And then I have a bunch of products from them and a little surprise for you guys. So let's do this. Mwah! Okay, first off, let's get the skin prepped. Boy, I hope you guys can see me good. I wonder if I should zoom in, zoom in. Blah, 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 blah. And you know, you'll have to forgive me because sitting out in my front room, you're going to hear noises. You're going to hear our air conditioning's on right now. My bird is sitting right across from me, so I'm sure there's just going to be loads of distractions. Now, I have had a really hard time finding a light color in this. So I picked out two shades, and it looks like they're both too dark. I picked out LC1 and LN3. I assume this is light cool 1 and light neutral 3. I couldn't find a neutral shade lighter than this anywhere. So I'm going to just go ahead and go with the LC1. Yeah, they both look too dark, so what the hell. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin. I'm going to use my Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, and I'm only going to put this on half of my face. I'll tell you which half when I decide. And of course, I'm going to use my Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, my Pure Hydrogel Lift, and my Giorgio Armani Color Corrector. And then I will be back with you and we'll do this. Okay, so we're moving along to Tatcha's the Silk Canvas Primer, and I always use this. A lot of people don't, but I choose to still because I don't like wasting it. And this gives me a very good gauge as to how much I need, you know, for my entire face. If I need more, oh god, I forgot I'm only doing half my face. See what I mean? Okay, so let's do the right side of my face. And for those of you that are new to my foundation reviews, the reason I only put primer on half of my face is because I want to see if it actually makes a difference, or, you know, if it makes it worse, makes it better, does anything. You know, there's a lot of talk about primers and it's a big money-making part of the industry, and I am determined to find out if it makes a difference or not. Now I know moisturizing your face makes a monster difference, but I don't know yet about primers. I just haven't decided. I will tell you that this one feels really nice on the skin. What I notice right away after applying the Tatcha Silk Canvas, I notice a little bit of pore blurring. It's not huge. Excuse me. My skin definitely feels softer, and I notice a little bit of blurring of wrinkles, but nothing, you know, nothing major, but it does give a nice, you know, a nice look to the skin, and it feels lovely. So I will continue using this and testing it out, and when I've tested enough, then I'll review it. And not until then. By the way, Physicians Formula, if you guys decide to get these, pay attention for these little pink stickers on them. Like this one's $3 off. Very, very common to find these. I mean, if I pull out, you know, 90% probably of what I, or well, not 90%, probably 50% of what I would pull out of here of full-size stuff has coupons on it. I mean, like there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So I mean, you know, you kind of get the gist, is that, you know, don't be like me and buy them and then forget to take the coupons off. Okay, so just on the back of the foundation here, it says it's packed with vitamins and antioxidants for healthy coverage, infused with Chinese Wuzu Yu extract and hyaluronic acid to brighten, hydrate, and even skin tone. It says it's ultra blendable, lightweight, buildable, and breathable. And it does have sunscreen in it, broad spectrum SPF 20, and shake bottle well before use. Okay, so that doesn't tell us much. So let's go on to Physicians Formula's website real quick. Okay, Physicians Formula, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 4. Wow. So 16 shades it looks like. That's all they have in this. So no wonder I was having trouble finding my shade if there's only a total of 16 shades. But it looks like it does encompass a pretty good range. It's not nearly enough, obviously, 16 shades, but they have light, medium, dark, and deep categories. It retails for $14.95, and let's see if it says anything different. It claims to have a satin finish with medium coverage. It says it's compatible with all skin types and features their exclusive brightening complex and hyaluronic acid to hydrate, brighten, and improve the appearance of the skin. Added boost of vitamins A, C, and E to provide a flawless, healthy coverage. It is hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, dermatologist-approved, non-comedogenic, clinically tested, cruelty-free, and vegan. So they are on it all. Okay. Does this have a pump? Oh! Okay, dokay. Oh! Okay, this, wow. It's weird. It's one of those smells that it's just like, oh, but then you want to smell it more. You ever had those before? If you've ever tried Wet n Wild, their foundation, how it has kind of a paint thinner smell, this has that kind of smell because it kind of burns my nostrils. But it smells like they added something else to it to try to cover it up, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and apply it. This is the first foundation I've used with one of these big old doe foots, so I'm not sure what to think. Oh, that feels really strange. Let's just try on my forehead first, because I have no idea. And I'm going to start off with my Beauty Blender, and we'll see how that does. And I might move to a brush if I don't like the look of this. Holy cow, you guys, that like that just blended in, just boom, just like that. Did you see that? Am I imagining things? Okay, let's try and put a good amount on here. This is really weird. Having this doe foot across, the feeling of it across your face is just weird. The color actually doesn't look too bad. The tone is off quite a bit though. Okay. My God. Wow. Yeah, the color's too dark for me, so you'll start to see that at my neck. You guys, I am really impressed. I hope you can see this. Okay, so this half of my face is done now, so there's no foundation. And there you can see both sides. I think I'm going to try and move my camera a little bit closer because I don't like, so give me just a minute, you guys. I'm sorry about this. This is what happens when you record in an area you're not used to recording in. Okay, that just about scared the living piss out of me. I will add that little clip in so you guys can see what I'm talking. Oh, fuck. That wasn't good. Oh my God. No camera. No. Yeah, watching my camera, you know, which is, oh, I don't know, a $3,000, $4,000 camera, and my ring light go crashing over on top of me. Real pleasant experience. And I'm telling you guys, no matter where I go, it's just not working. Let me open another curtain here and see if that helps. We here in the state of Washington, which is where I live, even though it's, I know this has nothing to do with makeup, but sorry, even though it's 90 plus degrees outside, which is highly unusual for here, and there's no clouds in the sky, our skies are white, gray, and when you walk outside, it smells like burnt cinder, because we are surrounded north, east, and south with massive fires. Scary. I can tell you this much, I definitely sank into the line there, my smile line. But you guys, this, let's see what it does on the no primer side, because remember, this side now that we're moving to has no primer. So let's see how she applies, shall we? Feels so weird, this doe foot. I don't know what to think of that. You know, I hear people talking about them saying, oh, they're not they're not hygienic and blah 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 blah. I mean, you know, in reality, guys, anything that you use on your face, I mean, even though I wash this every time I use it and sterilize it, is it completely hygienic? No. So, you know, it doesn't bother me having a little doe foot on here that goes back in the bottle, because quite frankly, I'm either going to use it up before then, not use it at all, so, you know, before it goes bad. Okay. I'll tell you one thing. The way this foundation is applying and blending into my skin is just holy heck. That was a lovely sound. I was not prepared for this. I mean, I don't know, I guess because I've never tried a Physicians Formula foundation, I didn't know what to expect. I could do without the smell, that's for sure. God, it has a beautiful finish. even on my mature, almost 50-year-old skin. Now remember, for those of you that don't know, I have dry skin. I will be 50 in January, so technically I am 49 and a half right now. Wow. Let's see how it builds, because I've got this little thing right here that you guys have seen me cuss out in previous videos, and I believe, not positive, I don't think it's an age spot, I think it's eczema. I think it's a spot of eczema because it's very dry and it itches. But we're going to the dermatologist to get that figured out. Okay, does it build? Not really. I have to say, this foundation has a beautiful finish. It's beautiful. You know, a lot of times I find with foundations I've been trying, if they're, you know, too matte, they just look, they age my skin something horrible, you know? But if they're too luminous, in my experience with really, really luminous foundations as you age, it's kind of like, you know, if you put highlighter over your wrinkles, it makes them show up more. But this has what they call a satin finish, and I really like it, you guys. It is sinking in to my wrinkles here on both sides. I'm just going to keep tapping it out while I'm sitting here in hopes that maybe if I do it enough times there won't be any more foundation moving. I am pretty impressed so far. Okay, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury powder and powder my face down lightly because this does still have a little bit of a tacky feel to it. I don't think you necessarily would need to, but I've got some products that I want to try out here that are powder products, and I want to make sure that, you know, we give them the best shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my concealer under my eyes real quick, and then, let's see here, powder down with my favorite, actually maybe I should use the new Hourglass Veil, because I'm really trying to, yeah, I'm going to try the new Hourglass Veil powder, because I'm really working that one to review it, and then I'll use the Charlotte Tilbury as my buffing powder in the end. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there we are. I've got my concealer on and powder. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm pretty impressed. It is definitely, I would call this a light medium to medium coverage foundation. It has a beautiful satin finish. The way it blended into my skin was, quite frankly, unlike anything I've ever seen in a long time. I mean, this is, for being a drugstore foundation, the best thing that I can equate this foundation to is watch my by Terry Terribly Denseless review, or my Tom Ford Traceless Perfecting review. This blended into my skin like a luxury foundation. You know, a lot of times, it doesn't matter, high-end, drugstore, even luxury foundations have had happen where, you know, when I try and blend it in, it leaves, you know, it's patchy, or, you know, adheres to different parts of my skin, areas that are drier, better, you know, more than areas that are more moisturized. In this case, it didn't apply a damn bit difference on the side that I had primed versus the side that I didn't. The only thing I notice is a little bit of lessening of my wrinkles. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. This is, if this holds up well, this might be my new favorite drugstore foundation. Because this is, wow. It looks like just the only area maybe right here in between my eyebrows, it looks like it picked up a little bit heavy, and when I powdered it stuck to it there a little bit more. But other than that, that's pretty impressive, you guys. It really is. Okay, so it is, let's see here. Give me time, give me time, give me time. It is 2:40 p.m. right now. So what I'm going to do, as always, whenever I record a new foundation over 40 video, God, just think next year I'm going to have to change it to foundation over 50. Okay, anyways, we'll hit that bridge when we come to it. So what I'm going to do, as usual, I'm going to break away from this video. I'm going to film another video. Today we're doing lots of Physicians Formula, where I have some new products I'm going to be using and a little surprise for you guys. So make sure and catch that one after this one, because it'll be up after this one. And then I will come back when my makeup is done for a quick check-in, and then I will come back at the end of the evening for a final check-in. So let's see how this goes. But meanwhile, let's get up close and personal so you can see what it looks like. It's a beautiful foundation, you guys. Okay, I am back to do a check-in. Oh, good Lord, how long's it been? I gotta get my phone. It is now 6 p.m. So I have had this makeup on since 2:30, so 4.5 hours. Just wanted to give you guys a little checky in so you can checky out how it looks with my makeup on. And don't laugh. Just because I got orange lips and orange eyes, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, let's take a look at the face and not focus on the lips. I'll tell you, the creasing in this is real. It is real. I mean, if you look at that. I mean, it's real. But it looks so beautiful, you guys. If only they could deal with this. If they could tweak this formula so that it has more pliability, so it's more flexible with the skin, it would be probably my #1 favorite drugstore foundation. But because of the fact that it creases so much, and this is powdered. I mean, imagine had I powdered both the lines here, the lines I have here under my eyes and my forehead. And I need fillers. I need fillers really bad. Anybody out there have mercy on me? Please, doctor out there that wants to do some fillers and some wrinkle work on this old broad. I mean, just imagine if I didn't have these here to worry about, and these here to worry about, and my under eye hollows. I mean, I would look like a 50-year-old woman if I didn't have all this. With all this, I look like I'm approaching witch territory. It's making me cringe. I mean, I know these are from smiling, so that's good. See my cheekbones? You get cheeky cheekies. Anyways, back to the subject. I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful foundation. It truly is. The products that I applied afterwards held up and have worn beautifully. It's not coming off anywhere. It's not wearing patchy. It's not, ganking up in my nose and acting weird. The only issue I see with this foundation is the wrinkles, how it responds with wrinkles. It is just, look at that. Let me turn the light down. Let's take all the light blurring out so you can see the reality. See that? See the line right there? I mean, you can clearly see it right there. And you can see this one here. I still have no idea where that has come from. I kid you not, you guys, I've made every facial expression. I, unfortunately, make a lot of facial expressions. I've always done this, which has given me this massive wrinkle right here. You see that? I've always done the one eyebrow up and the one eyebrow down. I've always done the snarl. And you can see that wrinkle. Anyways, I've tried every facial expression that I do, and there's a lot of them. I can't figure out how I got this wrinkle here. I just can't. Anyways, and then right over here, you can see where it's bunched up there in the deepest part of my smile. And I can see it from here, look at it. And then it's pulled out completely in this smile line too. You know, if I walked around all day like this, you wouldn't notice. But the minute that my face is relaxed, this, because of the fact that it's pulling out of these lines, it's making them look much more pronounced. I mean, you see that? I mean, you can, you know, it looks like somebody drew two lines here. And because of the fact that my face isn't completely symmetrical, the lines aren't even. Anyway, so other than that, it really is, ooh, wow. I'm so pale, I'm reflecting off the light. Sorry about that. Other than how it responds in my wrinkles, you know, it's beautiful. My forehead wrinkles, you know, it has sunk in. And it's really interesting because when I look at my forehead wrinkles and I pull them apart, I can actually see foundation in the wrinkles. So on my forehead wrinkles, it's gone, the foundation's gone in. And these wrinkles, it's pulled out. Oh no, it's gone in there too. Yeah, in the deepest part especially. So, yeah, it's gone in there too. But, you know, it's beautiful foundation on the skin. If you're not somebody that has a lot of deep wrinkles like I do, you might find that this foundation performs beautifully for you. Now, I will tell you, because of the fact that if this, you know, if it continues to perform this way, that is, I'll see at the end of the night, but because of how this foundation is performing so beautifully, this is the kind of foundation that I'll take the extra time to try and find a solution to this. So, like, I'll use, you know, I'm going to try some different primers. I'm going to try, you know, maybe powdering this area first. I'm going to try using a pore filler, wrinkle type filler here and stuff. I'll try some things and see if I can find a way around this, or at least a way to minimize it, because this foundation is so beautiful. How it feels on my skin, it doesn't feel like anything. I mean, it really doesn't. I do not feel like I have makeup on my skin. This is probably the lightest wearing, most comfortable foundation I've worn in a long time. Like I said, this feels like a luxury foundation. This does not feel like a drugstore foundation to me. And trust me, I've literally worn hundreds of drugstore, high-end, and luxury foundations over my lifetime. I mean, no joke. So I think I've got a pretty good, you know, pretty good idea of what to expect. And I was not expecting this. So, you know, Physicians Formula is higher in their price point than other drugstore. Of course, other brands are starting to catch up on that, which I wish they'd knock that shit off, because the whole reason for drugstores is to make makeup affordable to all ages and all economic brackets. And if you're going to raise prices to, you know, ridiculous price points, then you're knocking out. People might as well just shop at Sephora. Anyways, but Physicians Formula has always been on a higher price point than other brands and the other comparable brands in the drugstore. And I will say that I think this foundation's worth it so far. It wears beautifully. It's comfortable. It, you know, like I said, the wear, other than the wrinkles, the wear is beautiful. And the way it applied to my skin, just, I still can't get over it. It stunned the hell out of me. Literally, when I took out that big-ass doe foot applicator, you know, I'm looking at it going, what the, you know, and I put that on and I start tapping, I'm thinking for sure I'm going to have streaks and blotchy, and just, I was prepared for the worst and pleasantly surprised at the best. I have never had a foundation apply like that easily out of the drugstore. And I've got some in the drugstore I really like. So, pretty impressive. So now we're just going to see how the wear is, the wear time. So the next check-in I do with you guys will be the last one at the end of the evening, and we'll see how this held up. So I'll talk to you then. I love you. Bye. Orange lips, orange lips. Okay, hello there everyone. I am back for the last review of this puppy. So we're at, I'm ready to take my makeup off, so 8:50. So we've had this on for, I don't know, 6.5 hours, which isn't a real long time I usually do it longer, but I have to tell you guys, I am really impressed with this foundation. I truly am. And I forgot to mention, this is 1 fluid ounce in the size of this. So again, for Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, I highly recommend this. If you have mature skin, you have dry skin, it's one of the prettier foundations that I found from the drugstore. It really is. The only issue I have, again, is how it performs with wrinkles. But I am going to be trying this out with some different things and seeing if I can improve upon that, lessen it. And I will let you know if I find something that works really good to lessen the impact of wrinkles with this, because it's a beautiful foundation. It truly is. If you're younger and you don't have the issues with wrinkles and stuff and you have dry skin, I highly recommend this. I don't know how it would perform with oily skin, obviously, because I don't have oily skin. But I can tell you that it's a satin finish. It doesn't feel like overly moisturizing, and that, so it's kind of one of those things I really can't tell you, but it's not overly luminous and overly moisturizing that I think it would cause problems for somebody with oily skin. Combination skin could definitely get away with wearing this. But I'm really impressed with this. I truly am. I was not expecting to like this. I wasn't. I've had real hit and miss with drugstore foundations. And when I say that this performs for me like a luxury foundation, I'm dead serious with that. And usually, when I am reviewing products, I'm rating them on their price point. I always take into consideration the price point of the product, because obviously if I'm reviewing a luxury price point foundation that, you're paying $100 for an ounce, or, three-quarters of an ounce, I'm expecting a lot more from that product than I am, say, a drugstore foundation that I'm paying, $12 to $17 for an ounce. So when I take that into consideration, that this is an ounce and the price point this is at and how it performs, I am truly, truly impressed. This is a foundation that I would wear again. And also, one other thing I'd like to point out is that I don't notice a huge difference. Remember, I did half of my face with a primer and half without. And, you can see yourself, I'm not noticing a significant difference in the side that I primed versus the side that I didn't. The only thing that I notice that this might feel smoother. This side feels smoother to me than this side. But in terms of, if you're somebody who you're thinking, oh, well, I have to wear a primer with that for it to be nice, and I don't want to, expend a primer, clearly you don't. And my skin is incredibly dry. So to have it perform like this on my incredibly dry, I'm not dry, I'm dry. So, yeah, really impressed. So anyways, my thoughts on the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation for Mature Skin. I give this, the foundation, a total thumbs up. This is a beautiful foundation. It wears beautifully. It holds up beautifully. I've had, and like I said, I do not feel it on my skin at all. And you guys saw how much I put on. I put on a good amount and even doubled it up over here. I don't feel this sitting on my skin. My skin doesn't feel like it's tight, like it's getting dried out, like I have happened with a lot of foundations. My only issue is how it responds with wrinkles. That's it. So I'm truly impressed. I really am. And I'm going to be working very hard with this foundation and different primers and different pore fillers and stuff and different powders. I'm going to try everything I can to find and see if I can get better performance out of this foundation with wrinkles, because I like it that much. That, and I need to get the lighter shade. I'll tell you one thing, with how nice this foundation is, Physicians Formula really needs to expand the shade range on this, because like I said, I've got LC1, which I believe is the lightest shade in this formula, and it's still too dark for me. I had to take it down my neck and then you know, bronze my neck to get it to match. They need to expand the shade range in this. We need lighter shades in this, and we need darker shades in this, because, you know, if you expand the shade range in this so more people can use it and more people start talking about it, I think this foundation is gonna fly off the charts, because it is really that good, you guys. And like I said, there's coupons all the time. And also, one thing I wanted to mention is that if you sign up on Physicians Formula's website to receive like their newsletters and stuff like that, they have sales all the time that you can get involved in, and you can get their products for much more affordable than you do just buying them in the drugstore. If you don't want to do that because you don't like getting emails occasionally, then keep a lookout in your drugstore, because not only do they have the $3 and $2 off coupons that they put on many of the products, but a lot of times the stores themselves will actually have sale on it. So I wouldn't, you know, it's worth purchasing full price in my opinion, but of course I wouldn't. I'm always looking for a sale. So anyways, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. There's more foundation over 40s coming, so stay tuned. And this one, she's a beauty. So if you guys try it, let me know. And if you've tried it already, let me know down in the comments what your experience has been with it. I'd love to hear it. Till next time, you guys, I hope wherever you're at in the world, life is treating you well. And if you're having struggles, you're beating the bitches back and persevering. As I always say, don't let anyone tell you no. You got goals, you set those goals, you go after them, and you follow your dream with everything you have in you. I love you guys. Until next time, remember, love and respect.